What's going on, my people? Back with more bulldog history. I'm gonna go a little deeper this time on it. This old picture of King when he was a young dog, about a year old probably. You know what I mean? He was a tough dog. He was a spunky from a kid on, basically. He was a spunky dog, spunky puppy. And it was my first dog, man. Got him in 2003. You do the math, it's 2023. So, I told you 20 years I've been messing with these dogs. I won't lie. And I'm about to show and tell. I told you I'm a show and tell. I ain't just gonna be talking. So, I keep that little chain around his neck. You know, it's my first dog. I ain't know no better. Put a little chain around his neck and had him getting strong, little extra weight on him, make him stronger. You can see he got one of them little chew things in his mouth. He loved to bite on stuff. He was a snappy puppy, hot puppy. You know, he was a good dog. Like I said, I started off with a good dog, and I just got lucky. You know, finding them and getting them. I got them out of Kenley, North Carolina, in the country. Had in my mind I just wanted a real dog. I had got a mutt from the pet store in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I couldn't keep him. I was still staying in the apartments and everything, and I named him King, but he was a mutt. He was a pit bull mixed or something like that. And I just was like, man, I had to give him back. But I said, I'm going to rent me a house. And I ain't got to stay in no apartment where I can get what I want to get. And, you know, that's when I got him. I just went back to the country where I'm from, around that way. And I got one of my boys. I said, hey, man, I want to find a real pit bull, man. One with papers and stuff, or, you know. And he tried to help me find one. We went to Walmart and just happened to see something posted up there selling dogs. I called the lady and went and got him, and didn't pay all that much for him. Like I said, it was in 2003. So, and I got him when he was a puppy. I mean, he might have been 3-4 weeks. He was still drinking milk, and he barely could walk and everything. You know, I raised him from a baby. But yeah, man, he was a good old dog, man. I tell you. And that's how I started off with. And as I said, I couldn't go nowhere but forward with him, because I mean his blood is spectacular, and we're gonna break it down. I'm gonna do part one. This is gonna be part one. I'm gonna do 4 parts, because like I said, it's the Bulldog History Channel. You think I might just be talking about my dogs? I ain't. I'm just gonna be talking about the history of the dogs, and I got history in my blood that I'm feeding. So that's how we're gonna mix it all together. Like I said, showing and telling. I ain't just telling you stuff about dogs and telling you I had it and all that. Now I'm showing you I had it. We're gonna break a little bit down. Hopefully this video won't be so long. I try to keep it 15 minutes or so, maybe 20, I don't know, but we're gonna get into some stuff. And I gotta do it in 4 parts or it'll be forever. I don't wanna keep it too long, you know. I'm gonna keep them short and sweet kinda. And you just keep checking back with me, and we'll keep it rolling. And I'm gonna do all my dogs like that, and I got a plenty of them. So strap up your seatbelt. But anyway, this was my buddy right here, my first dog, basically. Here's another picture of him with that chain. See that chain I used to have on him? He was a good dog. You know, loved biting and snapping on stuff. He might have been 8, 9 months, 10 months in this picture. Somewhere close to a year. Nice size on him. Wasn't that big, you know. He ended up being maybe 50-something pounds, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't that big. You know, I used to want him to be bigger. I used to be like, man, I used to tell the vet, man, he gonna get bigger, man. He gonna be. He was like, no, man, pit bulls ain't really supposed to be that big like that. That's that bully stuff, you know, getting everybody they don't know nothing about dogs, think they supposed to be big. They ain't supposed to be big. They all muscle and bone, and you know, They ain't supposed to be that big. Them big dogs is hard to handle. And that dog hard to handle, and he ain't even that big. So imagine what them big ones is. But, yeah, man, he was a good old dog. That little chain around his neck. Everybody used to be like, why you got that chain around his neck? You know. I ended up taking it off later on, but that's just like I said, I ain't know no better. That was my first dog, and I just wanted to put a little chain around his neck, make him strong. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna get started. So we're gonna do part one right now. Part one gonna be Poland's jump around is who we're gonna talk about. That's gonna be part 2, part 3, and part 4. We're gonna get into some history of these dogs right now. But first, just so y'all think I ain't just talking, like I said, I show and tell. Here go his paperwork. So y'all can see, oh man, he just talking. He really got this dog. Yeah, I really got the dog. I really had the dog. See? King Williams, 2003. July 4th. He was born on July 4th. He was a firecracker. You feel me? That let you know already he was a firecracker. He was born on July 4th. You see the Wooten's big block. You see how it link up? Wooten's big block. Poland's long leg. Poland's jump around. See? Dow Slinky. Dow Slinky. So I ain't just talking. Yeah, I got the paperwork to back up what I'm telling you about. So everybody be like, oh man, how he had that dog, man? How he had his blood? See that Lepasse bullet? That's Cotton's bullet son in the 6th generation. That's how close the blood is. That's how antique this blood is. Still feeding it now, to this day. That's why I say I ain't just talking, I'm showing and telling. Now see, I wrote in some of the famous dog stuff, you know. And this is what I'm going to get into before I get started. See this Bonafide? They got, you know, Edward Stoney right here. But see, I had this dog dual registered. I told you I got ADBA 2. I had him dual registered. He registered in ADBA and Bonafide. See him? Like I said, showing and telling. King Williams. Wooten's big block. Dow Slinky. You see? Now, see that say Howlett Stoney. See, that's who had Stoney before Edwards. Howleys. See, people don't know that. See, people ain't into the dogs, they don't know stuff. I used to be online and ask people, who is Howleys? Who is how they used to tell me about the Stoney dog. Used to talk trash about this dog because he didn't have lit up paperwork and people don't know how to read pedigrees and take it back and know nothing about these famous dogs. But when people used to call me about these dogs and go crazy about this blood because they was in the know. And they used to know what this blood do. But what I was going to show you is, you see how Jeep right there say Champ Jeep? But it don't got the ROM. ROM mean they produce super dogs. See, ADBA is an alright place. You know, that's what a lot of people use. But they way in Salt Lake City, Utah. Now, I ain't talking junk about ADBA. I mean, I like them, but when I send my papers off, it's got to go away to Utah. You know what I mean? Like, and then I don't like the way the paperwork is because they don't put some of the accolades that Bonafide might put. Now you see, Bonafide got. Let me find Jeep down here. See, Bonafide got Jeep as the ROM. Now, now this is for information only and entertainment purposes only. Some of this stuff may be true, some of this stuff may not be true. Let me just get that out the way, because I ain't promoting nothing. I take care of my dogs, and that's what it is. So, that, like I said, they like my kids. But you just put your accolades up there. Now some of this pedigree stuff don't put some of the accolades. See, people can call in and say, I don't want my dog to say champion. People can write into these papers and say, I don't want him to say champion no more. They might get a little hot or whatever in the kitchen. And they might be like, man, I don't want him to say champion no more and take it off. That's why you got to be in the know. And know that that dog was a champion or whatever. That people might not want the accolades up there. They just might want their name up there and that's it. You know, like I said, you got to be in the know. You can go on Peds Online. Sometimes they'll take it off on Peds Online too. You know, it just depends. But yeah, I just want to show you, I mean, this dog was dual registered in 2 kennels. 2 kennels backed up this dog. ADBA and Bonafide. You see? Show and tell. I don't just talk. But this one going away to Utah. I don't like that. The prices is more. I don't like that. It's going to take longer. You know, there's a lot of stuff I don't like about ADBA, and I done heard some other stuff too, but I ain't going to talk about ADBA because I don't want none of these videos to go viral and people get to talking and, oh, he did. No, I mean, they all okay. I mean, I only use 3 kennel clubs, so anyone else y'all be using or whatever, I don't know nothing about them. I use ADBA, Bonafide, and UKC. So, I mean, it's other kennel clubs that people use and all that. I don't know nothing about them. I can't verify. I can't talk about them. I just talk about the ones I've been using for 20 years. That I respect pretty much. But the reason why I like Bonafide, and I'm gonna get into the history. This first one gonna be kind of long, but I want to get this out the way. I know personally that somebody had one of my dogs and got him from somebody. Somebody got in a little something. Like I said, I can't tell but so much on the internet, but they got in a little something, and the person got the dog, and Miss Mims run this kennel club. This is Mims. Carl Mims, one of the greatest pit bull breeders in the world, known worldwide, nationwide as a dog man. If you're in the know, you know. He from North Carolina. I'm a little biased probably, but one of the greatest that ever did it. It's his kennel club. And, you know, it's been going on for a while. I think I want to say 30 years in the game or something. It's been going on for a while. And, you know, you hear stuff about ADBA and stuff like that and them giving papers on people dogs, and I don't know. You know, I don't know, but what I do know is somebody had one of my dogs and they knew it was one of my dogs. Somebody got in trouble, something happened, the man ain't around no more, and he got one of the dogs. And this man said, hey, you got to contact Williams and get him to sign off on it, or I can't give you the papers. And she knew the person personally. See, the stuff like that I respect. That's why I mess with Bonafide. And I was messing with them before then because I told you I like the way they do more accolades and stuff like that. They got some dogs they got Stephanie's Grand Champ as a Grand Champ up here. Grand Champ mean they, you know, made somebody happy 5 times straight. You know what I mean? Like, and I think they got Snake up here as just a champ. See? I don't like stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's little stuff that, you know, that's why I just rather mess with Bonafide. Plus, it's in North Carolina. I'm keeping it home. You know, and I know Mims personally, Miss Mims personally and all that, you know what I'm saying? Not real good, but, you know, I know her, so. And I respect her, and she know her stuff, too. She know these dogs' pedigrees, and she know these dogs and all that. And anybody that know her, know what I'm talking about. And so I like Bonafide, and that's why I stick with Bonafide, and I respect Bonafide, and it made me respect them even more when that person that she knew had one of my dogs said, I can't give you the papers until he signed off on it, because that's his stuff, and that's the way it got to be. And it is what it is. So we know you got the dog, and we know it come off his stuff, but until he signed off on it. So the dude had to contact me and tell me what was up, and I had to talk to him, find out what was up too, because I ain't just signing off on nothing without talking to him. But yeah, I respect that, man. That really, and like some other stuff too. But just for the internet, that's all I can tell you. A good story where I respect Bonafide. And somebody else, you might hear some stories about somebody else saying something. Now, I don't know. I can't speak on that. If you want to listen to them, that's fine. But from what I know, she be on top of her stuff, and I respect that, and that's the type of stuff I like to deal with. But anyway, just to show y'all, Bonafide and ADBA backed up this dog breeding. So when we go through this paperwork, y'all already, I done got that out the way. The facts, the truth, the paperwork, the documentation. This is what it is. Okay, we got this out the way. All right. So now, we're going to go part one, and we're going to break down Poland's long-legged Sally. Poland's jump around. We're gonna do long-legged Sally on part two. So we go to Wooten's big block. That was his daddy. All right. Now the ROM produced great super dogs. A lot of them. Enough that you get an accolade. You got the ROMs, and you'll see a POR sometimes. When you see that, that means when you breed them, it pump through the puppies, and the puppies be fire too. That's what it means if you didn't know. See another ROM right there, red dog. Pumping through puppies. When you breed them, it's pumping through the puppies. The puppies come out fire. Verified, not just talking or everything, verified. And you got to have a certain amount of them for it to be, considered that. Do your own research on it. Like I said, I ain't promoting nothing, but you see POR right there. You see that? That's how you know you want to get some of that blood, and when you breed it, you're gonna be happy. Percentage-wise, it's all about percentages. You know what I mean? You want to have 10 puppies, you want all them puppies to be nice. Most of them be nice. Some people be breeding and they be talking about, oh man, the dogs, you only get 1 or 2 good ones and all that. I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, if you want to go to any of my videos and look at how my puppy's acting, I'll put a link at the end of the comments where you can go to one of my other pages. They shadow ban them like crazy, so don't let the views get over your head. But you can see how my dogs act as soon as they born. Fired up. So, and this is why, because what's pumping through their blood. But anyway, we're going to go to Poland's jump around. We're going to go to part one on this history. And Poland's jump around is a good dog. Like, he produced some good dogs. You see? He was a ROM and POR is what it got noted up here. That means he produced a bunch of good dogs. And you want to say, well, what do you mean? Like, I told you can go to the offspring. And like I said, this is just a recap. If you want to learn how to read a pedigree, I made the first video about how to read a pedigree. Go back and look through it. But I'll give you another quick little thing. Mom, daddy, sire, mama, dame, second generation, granddaddy, grandmama. Same thing at the bottom. Granddaddy, grandmama. It's real simple. When you go to the third generation, that's great granddaddy, great grandmama, Danny boy, great grandma. Then you go to the fourth, that's great, just like your stuff. Like I said, it's all simple. Like I said, if you want to understand it more, I did a whole video about it. It's 25 minutes. Go check it out. That's why I done it for. When people call me and say they can't breed pedigrees, I'm gonna send them the video so they can see. And it's up to them. If you can't understand mama, daddy, grandmama, granddaddy, I don't know what to tell you. But we're going to get back to this. So we're going to keep it, because we already at 19 minutes. But try to keep it fast as possible. But I got to go through the history. That's what it's about. It's a history channel. So Poland's jump around, famous dog with the people that know. Dogs all around the world with certain people. They know about this blood. Now, if you see a lot of Poland stuff, it's going to be inbred. A lot of new Poland stuff will be inbred off stuff. When you hit the back button, you just hit the back button all the time so you won't get lost on you when you're looking through pedigrees trying to. If you see King, he ain't inbred off no Poland stuff. It's coming straight off of it. See? I'm the only person with a dog got that wooden big block in there. Nobody else. It was people back in the days that had it, but not right now. Nobody got it. Nobody ain't have it back then either that much. That dog got sold, and I don't know what happened to him, but I'm the only person that got it. So, but you see Poland stuff a lot these days. You're gonna see it inbred a whole lot. This ain't inbred. It's coming straight off of it. And Miss Poland is a great dog lady. She's a legend in her own right. I ain't gonna hate. And you know, I heard her daddy was, you know, a legend too, and it kind of passed down the dogs from her, and she kept it going, and I respect her for it, because she pretty much got a lot to do with King, with this breeding, and we're gonna get into it, you know. But you see it already come off from these two dogs that she had, so, you know, and she got a bunch of dogs all over. Do your research. She got a lot of haters too, but of course, like we done talked about it. Let's go back to jump around. So that's what we're gonna talk about. It's bulldog history, and see, you can see his offspring. See. Now, they don't got that many on this one because this is the updated one where they wanted to put that he was a rom. You know, they wanted to give him his accolades. But now, if you click Stony and click his offspring, well, let me show you this so you can understand. You see right here, it's been seen 12,000 times. That's a whole lot. But now, when you go to Edward Stoney right here, because he's Edward Stoney's son, and you click offspring, you see another Poland jump around right here. You see it? Now look at that. 52,000 times. But see, people want to link it to the ROM so you can get his accolades, but you see? Might be a little important with this dog. 52,000 people done looked at the pedigree. Same pedigree. See, that's why I say you gotta do your research. Now you click the offsprings up there. Look at all these offsprings. See? Scrolling on down, going on down. Now he made this one famous dog. He made a few famous dogs, but this is one Grand Champ Grunt. People know about him. See him? Grand Champion. And you see how he bred? All he got is the Poland jump around in him, and then he got some mem stuff. What I tell you about mems. See? That's an awesome cross. A lot of people try to cross it and reproduce it, and you'll see when I go into some of my dogs, I even done the same thing, but my stuff got a little more stuff going on with it, but we're gonna get into it. But just remember, see, Grunt, how many times Grunt been looked at? 55,000 times. Might know something. Okay. Like I said, it's the Bulldog History Channel, so we're going to go through the history of these dogs. We ain't going to be talking about my dogs, but I just want to show you that I'm feeding the blood. So I ain't talking about nothing like some people talk about, and then they say they had it or we had it or not. No, I feed it right now. I ain't bragging or nothing. I'm just telling you the facts. All right. So we at 23 minutes. I'll go through a couple of more names, and we'll. So now, see how I remember in the beginning of the video, I told you about Hawley Stoney. So you go to Danny Boy, Pope, very good dog. Everybody know about Mr. Hall, John Hall. Hall is the big time dog man. He used to run that Bullet stuff. See it, Bullet. La Passe, you see Kobe's. Do your research on Kobe. One of the greatest, the Kobe's blood and Kobe's line and all that. One of the greatest dog men that ever lived. Like I said, this is walking antique stuff. 19,000 times viewed. Like I said, it ain't gonna have crazy views because a lot of people don't got it. You'll see other views. We'll go back through some of my other dogs. You're gonna see hundreds, and you see Jeeps, and you see everybody. That's blood everybody got. I like to have some of that stuff sprinkled in my dog, but I want the rare stuff. I want the stuff that you can't say everybody got. That's what I like. Stuff that's working that everybody ain't got. Now, back to the point of Hawleys. See the offspring? There you see Hawleys right there. Remember it was in my pedigree? When I showed it to you on the ADBA, that's who they had. They had Hawleys. Hawleys used ADBA because ADBA been around longer than Bonafide. So that's who he had it registered with. So you click Hawleys. See, 6,000 times. Most people go with the Edwards, but same pedigree. See, Danny Boy, Rocker's Red D, Bullet stuff, Sorrell's Red Jerry. You see what I'm saying? You gotta do your research. That's what this stuff is all about. Now you click the offspring of Hawleys. People used to talk junk about this dog online. I knew it was some reason they were hating on this dog so much. Cause ain't nobody have nothing like it. You know, only me and Miss Poland's the only people got anything bred like this. Bred like these dogs. A lot of people claim, oh, I used to have it and all that. No. If you gonna get anything like this, Miss Poland's gonna give it to you, or you gonna get it from me, or you ain't gonna have it at all. Now, you see, somebody already had some success with this blood already. See BDK, if you know about BDK, do your research. I ain't gonna be calling out people's names and putting all their business out here. Just do your research. Gaston's, famous dog, man. Do your research. Now you can go back and research this stuff on your own times. It's the History Channel. I'm just giving some history lessons. All right. You see Wade and Barbers, they had a good one right there off of them. BDK bred it with, and Hargroves bred it with Miss Rennie. See? That let you know right there, people having success with it. Click Wade's Barber, it got some little stuff in there for you to read, you know. You see how it was bred. Got some of that Mountain Man's Bandit in it. Champ Edwards China Book. Champ Wade Sadie. Renegade stuff. Like I said, it's the Bulldog History Channel, so we're gonna throw out some of these dogs in here and show you. Got Chinaman, got the Rufus in there added in it. You go back and click, do your own research on it. I ain't got time to go do all this stuff with you. I'm just, like I said, I'm just throwing some dogs out here, some famous dogs, so you can, it's the History Channel. See, Niggerino stuff, you hear about that. You know, Outlaw, Hopper's Outlaw. Sosa Boys, Molly, Edward Smith Bad. So today that's how they bred it to get some success with it. And it's got a little something in there. And you can hit that offspring. See, they had a champ. This one had a champ right here. That's how you know that stuff is working. They bred it with Black Creek's Roulette, whatever, you know. I just wanted to show you, you know, the Hawleys. See, Hawleys already had success with this blood before he sold it, you know, before it got sold to Mr. Edwards. And I didn't know it. I didn't know who Hawleys was when I first got the pedigree. I was like, who is that? I was online asking people that didn't even know. I had to talk to somebody that's in the know to tell me who he was and how, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know who he was. And people want to tell me, oh, the Edward stuff, Edward Stoney stuff ain't this and ain't that. Just hating. Like I said, you can't listen to people. You got to do your own research. And listen to people that you think ain't hating. You'll know what this stuff is. Yeah, how you getting rid of your dog, man. You got the best stuff around. If you listen to people and don't do your research. So I just want to show you. That's who Hawley Stoney. I showed you that earlier in the clip. All right. We at 30 minutes now, so I don't know how long we're gonna go. Like I said, it's the History Channel, so I'm gonna put some history out here for you. But just want to show you that Hawleys, same dog, just different name. All right. So Like I said, it's for entertainment purposes only. Some of it may be true, some of it may not be true. I don't know. This is just entertainment and history. All right. All right, so we back at Poland's jump around again. Let's go to the wrong one. See, he had another one. Edward Stoney had another one right there. Jefferson's T-Bone. That was a good one. And some of these other dogs was good too. You see Stoney Jr., Bridges Sugar Bear. See Miss Poland's. I gotta charge up my battery. I'm gonna charge up that battery. Hold on for a minute. I just do this stuff off the top of my head. I ain't really trying to, I ain't really trying to, put no script together. Maybe I should, but I just like doing it off the top of the head, Alright, so. Like I said, everything real with me over here. That's why people don't like it sometimes. They don't like you. The realer you are, the more they hate. Alright. Now, we done went through what Stoney is. You see that How's Danny Boy, famous dog, Rocker's Red D. See how she bred? Got that stew flour Mackie in there. More Lepace. See that stew flour Mackie go. Some of that Kobe, more Kobe stuff. That Leitner stuff. Williams Hobo. Molly. More Cotton's Bullet. Crenshaw's Diablo. Let's see, some classic stuff right here now, I'm telling you. Walking antique stuff, still feeding it right now. You can go, like I said, you can double check and go through your own, Red Dog. 66,000. See? Rom. Champion. Now, let me just show you this Kobe stuff now. This Cotton Bullet stuff. You see? Go back there. He was a champion. See? Got Grand Champion Hanson Redman in his blood. Trans Rascal. People say Rascal is different rascals. This is Trans Rascal. 374,000. Classic stuff. Corvino. Shipley's Tudor. See? Classic stuff. Walking antique. Rare stuff. See the Klaus back there. Look at Kobe's Texas. Like I said, Kobe, one of the greatest dog men ever lived. All that Kobe boo. See? Like I said, go back and do your own research. I'm already at the 30 minutes. I can't go forever and ever and ever. I'll be going forever. But like I said, the History Channel. I want to show you dog. People don't talk about these types of dogs because it's rare. Ain't there be people got this stuff. So you're going to hear the same dogs all the time about these other dogs you're going to see all the time. Now, I'm going to show y'all some different stuff. Some rare stuff. See, teal Sarge, that's all in that red boy stuff. See, that was the same teal Sarge that's like in the red boy blood. You know. Lepace. See, Miss Patsy kept it going with Lepace like Miss Poland did with her daddy, you know what I'm saying? Supposedly, I guess that's what I hear or whatever, but you know, Miss Lepace made some good dogs too. But her daddy was the classic dog, man. You see more Kobe stuff. All right, you see Lepace Bullet too. That's Cotton Bullet's son. So there go a picture of him. You see the bone structure? 36,000 times. He double bed off Bullet. They bed Bullet to his daughter. See? That's why I tell you, this is some classic stuff, man. See how he had his stuff set up back then? Look at the dog's bone structure. Alright. Let's see what other dogs. Sorrell's Red Jerry Ron. Chopper. Look at Chopper. On that meal. Ed Crenshaw Cavino blood. Old classic stuff. Alright. So I mean, you know, I can keep going and going and going, but you know, I don't want. I'm already at 30-something minutes, but you know, I just want to give you the gist. You know, some of these famous dog, you know. You see this one go back. This one say unknown. I don't even know what this stuff go back to. You have to have a. My stuff go to 6 generations. That's where the 6 generations stop at. You have to go to somebody else that got a 7 generation. I mean, got a 6 generation. Then they'll have these names in here probably in their paperwork. Probably you might know. Do some more research, but some of that stuff go back to unknown stuff. You can't even know what it go back to. You got Hall's Boots. They bred Hall's Boots, a rascal. Some more Kobe stuff. With some Lepace stuff. Kobe's Dime. That's a famous dog. You'll hear a lot about Kobe's Dime. See? 158,000. Classic stuff. Birth date 1949. You feel me? Classics. These dogs been. That's why I don't miss. See, everybody into these bullies and all this. No, this is the stuff. This is the stuff that's tried and true and been tested and been around for years. And Kobe was one of the best pioneers of these dogs. Look at that, 1934. I said, I ain't just talking now. Walking antiques.